Hello, everyone. This is Jess from Soul Star Healing and Tarot. Hope you're doing great today. This will be a collective reading for Taurus season. So, it's I love Taurus season. It's beautiful energy, very abundant. Everything is blooming right now where I'm at. I'm in New England, and we have the trees are blossoming, and there's daffodils everywhere, and tulips and hyacinths coming in. The trees are starting to show their new growth, and everything is just becoming bright and vibrant. Unfortunately, where I'm at, we're not super warm yet, but the signs of life and warmth are amongst us. So a great thing to do is look and see where Taurus is in your chart. For me, Taurus rules my sixth house, and I only have one placement there, Eros, and that kind of helps us identify with our sensuality and pleasure zones in life. So very in alignment with Taurus, but do look and see because understanding the house and things that reside in Taurus for you will give you different ideas of ways to work with Taurus energy. With that said, I'm going to start with tarot. I am going to do some crystals at the end. If you're interested in working with crystals and want to hear about some crystals that work well with Taurus energy, stick around for that. We're going to start with an oracle from the female archangels, and this will be the overriding angel energy of this message. The female archangels are both the female and male archangels. There's also some spiritual messages in there as well. So let's see what comes out. And also during Taurus season, it's a great time to indulge a little bit in your guilty pleasures, okay, without feeling any shame about it. So whatever it is for you, and leave it in the comments if you would like. What do you kind of have this guilty pleasure with? Is it fine dining? Is it traveling? For me, it's crystals and jewelry. I love having on a good ring, and I love my beautiful crystals. And my friends laugh at me a lot because I'll have on a really nice ring with a pair of ratty bands, but I don't care. I love a beautiful piece of jewelry. And I don't, if I have on a t-shirt and jeans with it, that's absolutely fine with me. I'm still going to dress like my hippie self. Okay, Spirit, who is the angel guiding Taurus season for us and this reading? One card, please. Okay. Archangel Cassiel, face fear and rise. Okay. Looks like we have some things to overcome here over Taurus season. Maybe we've been a little stuck in our fear and need to move forward. You are unstoppable. Transform any self-talk that says otherwise. Live and lead without fear. Archangel Cassiel, whose name reflects divine speed, serves on the black ray of transcendence and potential alongside his counterpart Archaea Serenity. Cassiel, being the angel of solitude, observes Earth without interfering as he honors the contrasts of life for the growth it brings. In this way, Cassiel reflects more uncomfortable truths. He's stepping forward to help you love and bring into wholeness the parts of, 1 second, turn the page, of you that feel are dense, negative, or dark. While duality can help you master the physical life experience, you decide what experiences you want to learn from. Cassiel adds, life is your teacher. We are just your guides. Invite Archangel Cassiel for bringing shadow aspects into wholeness, connections to the ocean, dolphin, and dragon realms, protection at sea, tapping into your inner warrior, and transforming ego. Okay, so it looks like we have some duality and fear to overcome. Let's see what else comes out to clarify this. Okay. This is the Mike Wilcox Tarot and Oracle. These are just the major arcanas and the zodiac signs. Okay, Spirit. 2 energies overriding this reading for us, please. One more card, please. Okay. Well, very, very interesting, as this card talked about transformation. We have the Hermit and the Death here. Okay, so it looks like Taurus season is going to offer us the potential for a major transformation. Okay, and the opportunity to go within and process it so we can become wise from it. As this said, you can decide the experiences that you'd like to grow from. You can go into your hermit state to process those. So, what is it that we need to let go of, let it die, let it transform so it can be rebirthed, right? We have the butterfly here, always a symbol of transformation. Okay. He's holding the moon in his hands, in his other hand, rather. So that's the unknown, right? The deep shadow aspects of ourselves. So, a beautiful opportunity for this great transformation that we can then go into ourselves and process it and really gain that high vibrational wisdom. Okay. We have the star and the lantern. It offers us that opportunity to have a massive energetic healing. Okay. So we can transition into this high vibrational version of ourselves. Okay. That attracts high vibrational experiences to us. So this is beautiful. Absolutely wonderful energy for us to work with during Taurus season. Okay. I'm going to grab 3 cards from the Modern Tarot. You've seen me use this deck before. I do like to point out it is not a Modern Tarot looking deck at all, but that's what they call it. It's available on Etsy. 3 cards of guidance, please, Spirit. Two more cards, please. That's falling out. Hold on one second. These are very slippery deck. Okay. Hold on here. Put that back on there. The beauty of no editing. All right. One more card, please, Spirit. All right. One more card, please. Okay. My hands are so small, and especially with these slippery decks, I'm like, ugh, struggling trying to keep them together. Okay. Great. All right. And now we're going to grab 3 cards from the Zodiac Tarot. Three cards of guidance, please, Spirit. One more. Okay. And now I'm going to grab 3 cards from the Children of Litha. Okay. Oops, there we go. All right. Beautiful energy. Okay. So we're starting here with our Queen of Cups. And I'm going to pick this card. I'm going to pick all three cards up because I can see already what this message of transformation is about. We have the Queen of Cups, we have the Five of Cups, and we have the Three of Pentacles here. Okay. This is what during Taurus season, Spirit would like us to focus on. Okay. At whatever it is that we're coming into here with this Five of Cups energy. I'm going to put that one down for now. So there's obviously been something here that has been emotionally upsetting. Okay. That may not be for everyone. This is a collective reading. It can be that it was much longer in the past for you. However, it's still holding you back now. Okay. And that's where the transformation needs to be. So this could have happened 2 months ago, 3 months ago. This could be an inner child wound. Okay. But there's some grief that needs to be processed. All right. I never like to look at this card and say, oh, just stop looking at those cups and turn around and see what you have. When we're processing grief, it really requires like some hermit energy. Okay. We need to process that and evaluate how it is that we're supposed to move forward so we don't keep ending up with those three cups knocked over. And if we don't understand our responsibility in that situation, we come back to this and have to learn this lesson 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Okay. And we're never going to see what's available to us until we understand what happened and why to those cups and what we had to do with it. And what is required to do that is that we have a little bit of a grow up in our heart chakra. Okay. Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts. Queen, I was looking at the hearts when I said that. Queen of Cups. So with the Queen of Cups, this is our heart chakra and our third eye chakra working in unison. Okay. We are able to intuitively understand from the heart space with emotional maturity and accountability what those cups are doing knocked over, how we played a part in that. Okay. So Spirit's asking us to become emotionally mature in our heart space, nurture that. Queens nurture things, nurture ourselves. Okay. So through this process, so we can grow into the very high vibrational energy in the cups, in our emotional space of this feminine, high vibrational Queen of Cups. Okay. Then when we're able to do that, we don't end up here time and time again. We're able to live in the full, beautiful connection and merging of energy that we, in love, that we receive in that Two of Cups state. Okay. Then we have our Three of Pentacles. Who do we surround ourselves with as we're moving forward? Very grounded energy. Okay. We have that emotional maturity. We're trusting our intuition. We're able to see clearly our motivation, the motivation of other people that we've been involved with. Everything starts making sense to us, and we're able to move forward and with very strong intuition, huge heart connection. So we start surrounding ourselves with people who want to support us, who ground us, okay, who see our potential. Okay, that's the biggest thing with this Three of Pentacles. We still may be working on perfecting ourselves at what we do, but these people believe in us and they support us because they see our potential for growth to get to that 10 of Pentacles. Okay? That's who you need to be around during this time. King of Pentacles. So here we are, grounded, root chakra, in our sense of self, solar plexus chakra. Okay, now we have a great support system. People are seeing our potential and what we're capable of, even if we're still working on believing it ourselves. There's a lot of court cards on this table. Okay, so you have a very, very strong potential here to be a leader and take control of the situations in your life. That huge transformation and lots of maturity here to go within with that Hermit card and really gain that wisdom and respect and knowledge, be that sage of life. Okay. And here you're grounded. You're grounded in your sense of self. You're grounded in the way that you can lead yourself and others. You are able to look at things that you're doing in your life and how they affect the long term, not only for yourself, but for the people around you. Okay. And also for anything you're investing your time into. It's all about moving towards a secure, safe, stable, grounded future. Okay. And who else shows up with this King of Pentacles? The King of Wands. Beautiful balance here of masculine and feminine energy, which I love. Okay. Especially with this Queen of Cups being the feminine energy and so connected to that heart space. Okay. Now our sense of self, our solar plexus, is connected to our sacral chakra. We know how to move forward and lead in a very grounded way. We have a grounded sense of self in both cards. Now we're moving forward in a grounded way, but we're enthusiastic. We're in high creativity. We are passionate and exciting, and people want to be around us, right? This king has the wand. There's growth on the wand. Okay. So not only are you a leader in this process, but you're a leader that will continue to grow, and you will also encourage people to grow. All right. Very beautiful masculine energy. Very balanced in your ego. You're not coming into any of this situation here. The potential is Spirit's offering you to really, in that transformation, let go of any self-esteem issues you have. Okay. Anything that makes you feel like you're not good enough or confident enough. You're very supported here to have a very solid sense of self. What do we have to fight here? And I believe this came up in that Archangel card, right? Getting into our minds. There's going to be a little bit of self-doubt that comes in. Okay. And I think it goes back to some of the coping skills that we developed during this Five of Cups energy that we're learning to heal. Okay. And this is part of the transformation. And it has a lot to do with that Hermit card. All right. Hermit is Virgo. Death is Scorpio. So going deep within to heal and transform. And then Virgo, I analyzing that for your wisdom. All right. And to ground you and help you move forward towards your dreams and passion. There's going to be an inclination, or I think that's the right word I want to use. Inclination. I could be wrong. I'm having a brain fart. There's a potential, we'll call it that. That Seven of Swords. Okay. We may want to resort back to not feeling good enough, not feeling confident enough, not feeling like we deserve these types of energies to stand here. We don't have the right to to feel like we're the leaders of excitement and we're the leaders of prosperity. Okay? We're the leaders of our heart. Yes, you are. Don't gaslight yourself. This is a card of gaslighting yourself. Okay? And when you start convincing yourself that these things are true in your mind, then comes the Eight of Swords. Okay? Eight of Swords is not much different from being here, the person standing in water. So it does have to do with emotions, okay? And how our emotions get stuck in our head and they become thoughts that imprison us, okay? We don't want to do either one of these things. This card is also sometimes called the analysis paralysis card. Don't hold yourself prisoner of your mind and do not gaslight yourself with old beliefs that just are not true and do not serve you. Many years ago in therapy, my therapist taught me this little saying when I'm over analyzing or over critiquing myself and being too hard on myself. She taught me to say, she'd say, star yourself. Stop, think, act, right. If you're in either of these situations and your mind is being used for anything other than to bring you wisdom and to process information that pushes you forward, okay, and brings you to that star in the Hermit card, star yourself. Stop, think, act right. All right? Don't gaslight yourself and don't hold yourself in a mental prison. Absolutely not. Because what is the energy that's available to us instead? Look who shows up for her own month, right? Her own, it's Taurus season. It's the time of the Empress, okay? You are in an energy that's supporting your growth, your creativity, your prosperity, your abundance, your connection to the earth, your connection to the astral, all things that are just complete and utter beauty, pleasure, love, amazing growth, okay? Do not underestimate yourself and do not let your mind and your thoughts work against you, okay? You here can give birth to any idea, any creative project, anything it is that you are wanting to create and potentially holding yourself back from relationships, your career, future things like traveling, whatever it is that you want to do. I mean, there's nothing that the Empress can't do. And she's always supported and she always supports others. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. And like I said, we have this very nice balance here of feminine, feminine, masculine, masculine. Okay. Everything is balanced, which brings us to the next card, temperance. The universe is really bringing you this opportunity to transform, get out of the fear state, get out of the grief state, get out of the lack of confidence and self-belief and the tendency of going into your mind and keeping yourself stuck and stagnant, analysis paralysis. It's time to balance things, okay? And taking the energy that's available from the Three of Cups, learning from those, processing what you need to process, as well as the positive experiences you've had, okay? Blending those together to create the strongest version of yourself, okay? This is blending opposites, Sagittarius energy, all right? Creating tempered glass is 10 times, 20 times stronger than regular glass. It goes through a very difficult process in order to become stronger, okay? Just like that death card, we go through a very possibly ugly process to become stronger. And this card is about patience. Allow yourself the time you need to go through the process. Taurus season looks like it's an amazing opportunity to grow, okay? And really develop yourself into someone that's emotionally mature, connected to your intuition and your heart chakra, connected to your root chakra and your solar plexus, a leader that plans for the future. The King of Wands here, solar plexus, sacral chakra, creative, leader, inspirational, moving towards your passions, uh, a no quit attitude. The Empress, surrounded by beauty and abundance and birth and creativity, and the ability to balance all of that and just keep growing and transform into a new version of yourself that is wise and moving towards your beautiful star moment. Okay. Absolute beautiful opportunity here. Let's take 3 cards of advice from Spirit. This is the Moon Baby Tarot, and see how Spirit would like to close this portion of the reading for you. Okay. Spirit, may we please have 3 cards of advice? I'm sorry, I just have to laugh. Okay. And again, don't forget what this card said. Face, fear, and rise. And that's exactly what this reading is asking you to do. And it's giving you the steps of how to do it. Okay. When you meet obstacles, and especially those self-defeating thoughts. Okay. Message is very, very clear. I mentioned this before. Finding the support, okay, for people that see your potential, to the 10 of Pentacles, okay? You are capable of finding this and it's Taurus season, right? This would be very in alignment with any earth sign, okay? This is a Virgo card, but that doesn't matter, okay? Taking the steps in your grounded leadership to get yourself to the goals of a secure, grounded future, a legacy, family support. To me, dogs are family. So I'm pointing at the dogs, but this love that lasts through the generations, okay, with our animals included, okay, for those of us that include our animals in that. So beautiful, secure future, okay, where everybody is in cooperation, everybody appreciates each other, they're emotionally connected, and they're building a legacy together. See what's happened to your 3 of Cups now. That's a whole different energy, isn't it? They're not knocked over on the ground anymore. They are up in the air, more support system, more people enjoying life with you, having fun, abundance, joy, celebration. Amazing, amazing change to 3 knocked over cups on the ground. They're up in the air and just filled with love and joy, celebration, happiness. That's a huge change. And who showed up again? The Hermit. All right. Here we are. We have the opportunity for a major, major growth that brings us to this emotional intelligence that really guides us through life. Like, look at these two, okay? They are guiding you through this journey of growth for your earthly wisdom, your spiritual wisdom, your self wisdom, and your ultimate star healing of your beautiful energy alignment that makes you shine like at the highest vibration. Okay. This is absolutely beautiful. Okay. So this is the tarot portion. I mean, absolutely love this reading. I think it's amazing. I hope you do too. I hope it resonates for you. Although this is kind of reading into the future. So, you may want to come back and watch this at the beginning of Gemini season. Okay. Let's grab a card from the Bloom Oracle. Okay. Spirit, may we please have one card of guidance? Okay. Seeds. Plant your intention. Plant your seeds of intentions, ideas, plans into the fertile, rich earth. Taurus season. Think them up, speak them aloud, write them down, visualize what you desire. The universe is ready to give as soon as you make up your mind about what it is that you actually want. Take the time to set your intentions and watch the magic happen as they begin to sprout right before your eyes. Just make sure you are able to differentiate your seeds from those thrown into your mind garden by other people. Seven of Swords, Five of Cups, Eight of Swords. Ask yourself, what am I planting today and why? Okay. And for some reason, the saying, especially with this temperance here, be patient, right? The day we plant the seeds is not the day we receive the fruit. Be patient. Okay. Now I'm going to grab one card from the Blue Angel Oracle. Up here comes my kitty cat. Things might get disruptive. Okay. One card, please, Spirit. Okay. All right. Protection. Beyond the storm. And I think this relates very much to the Five of Cups and the Seven of Swords and Eight of Swords. Storms will come and go. Every dark cloud will clear. Beyond every storm, there is a clear sky. The sun will shine once more. So look beyond the current situation. There is nothing to fear, for I, Archangel Michael, will protect you and keep you from harm. You cannot avoid the current situation, so let it come and go. There is nothing you have done to create it. Sometimes storms just appear. They are part of nature, of human nature as also. There is light within darkness. Look beyond the storm. There is already a clear blue sky in the distance. The sun shines even when we cannot see it. Trust that all is unfolding as it should. Within each moment, there is love. Though it may not be obvious, love is always present. Okay? So, especially with that Five of Cups energy, again, collective reading, it'll be different for everyone. But whatever that disappointment is, know that it's always temporary. And I've really had to work on this in my own life, knowing that as hard as times can be, it does pass. Okay. And again, I've had to do a lot of work, but I have been able to process that it is an ability for me to step into that hermit energy and see where I can grow from the experience. Sorry. Rana, what are you doing? My cat is attacking the tissue box. I promised you that he would cause some naughtiness, and he is here to prove me right. Okay. I am going to move these. I hope that reading was helpful. Please comment, share, like, do all the good stuff if you did appreciate that message. I have the naughtiest cat in the world. I don't know if you could hear stuff falling off the table, but he's just back there doing what he does. Okay, so anyway, I am going to pull some crystals out now. And sorry, my dog's licking me. All the animal stuff is happening. The crystals that I'm talking about do work well with Taurus season energy. They work well at any time, okay? But based on some of the things that Taurus season allows us to work with energetically, these are absolutely great crystals to use at this time. The first one I'm going to talk about is chiastolite. Chiastolite. Okay, it's also known as cross stone. All right. This is for your Earth Star chakra or your root chakra. The Earth Star chakra is the chakra 6 inches below the feet. Okay. It's our anchor to the earth. So this works with protection, grounding, and shielding against negative energy. It harmonizes the soul and the physical body. All right. Very good grounding if you're doing higher vibrational chakra work, or if you are doing any type of astral travel. Okay. This will allow your vibration to get high enough to do that, but still keep you connected to your physical body. Okay. It also allows us emotional stability during significant transformations. Okay. Beautiful energy. And the last crystal that I'm going to talk about, it works really well with this crystal. Here we have carnelian. Amazing, amazing energy for Taurus season. I'm just going to move my light a little bit closer so you can see the colors of these a little bit better. I hope that helped. So sacral chakra. They do come sometimes in a little bit of a more yellow color. This one's really deep, deep, deep red, orangey red. So you could potentially use it on your solar plexus chakra. I generally keep them on the sacral chakra. That's just my preference, but you could do either. Increases energy, creativity, and self-esteem. It balances our courage, confidence, and assertiveness. So, especially with Taurus, my mother's a Taurus sun and a Taurus rising. When she asks you to come over for dinner, it's generally not a question. So sometimes I have to really use my patience to work with her, because she's saying, come over for dinner right now, kind of thing. But it's helps us be assertive, but not over assertive. And it helps us balance that way of saying, I don't really want to do something, but doing it in a way that doesn't ruffle anyone's feathers. Okay. It also helps us increase our sensuality and fertility. All right. So, known as a fertility stone. So, I'm not making promises to anyone, but if you were trying to get pregnant, carnelian is said to be a huge help with that. And if you suffer from a low libido, carnelian is said to be very helpful with that. All right. I do have my little notebook here. Otherwise, I would forget a bunch of things that I want to say. So the next two crystals we have, they're different but very similar. We have pyrite, and chiastolite and carnelian are pretty easy to find as pyrite, and we have marcasite here. Okay. Not very difficult to find at all. They both work with the solar plexus and they attract abundance, prosperity, and love. Okay. They help with motivation, self esteem, and willpower. Um, Pyrite, especially, um, really is protective, okay, from psychic attack with especially our aura. All right. And then Marcasite will help with wisdom, courage, expression, and good for artists. So if you are looking to speak, bring your artwork to people, and you're not feeling like courageous about it, or your self-esteem is feeling low and you're too nervous to ask people to look at your artwork, whether it be food, a painting, whatever creative thing that you do, your writing, Marcasite will help you work on balancing that solar plexus so that you can kind of ground those fears and move past them. Doesn't mean you won't still be uncomfortable, but it certainly will help bring that into a place where you can at least start making the first steps. Okay. And we have our very beautiful May birthstone Venusian energy emerald. Okay. This piece here is very affordable, kind of rough emerald that you can find at any basic crystal shop. They might have one that's more polished. This is a very rough piece. And then you can find them where they're just a little bit more gemmy, like this one, but either one works fine. It's really just a matter of preference and budget. So with emerald heart chakra, emerald has what is called the green ray, which the rays really help with the healing process and connect us to working with the archangels while we're working with crystals. So this would connect you to Archangel Raphael. He's connected to the heart chakra and healing. Okay. Emotional balance and unconditional love, attracting success, wealth, good fortune. Another stone that helps with fertility, romance, loyalty, all things Venus. Okay. So, and I would say with my mother, with all of her Taurus energy going on, she might get mad at you in the moment, but you will never meet anyone that will love you unconditionally and stand by your side more than my mother. She is probably one of the most loyal people I know, even though she's also one of the most stubborn people that I know. We love that about her, and highly creative. She's a retired chef. Um, she's just a very, very Venusian type of person. And my stepfather is Libra, so both Venus ruled. They do very well together, and he has the ability to balance her stubbornness very well. So the next crystal that we have is dioptase, another heart chakra crystal. This is a little more affordable example. And this here is a little bit more, I don't even use this one on my body. I'm going to move the light a little bit closer because you can't really see the color, but this is just a little bit more of a case piece than it is actually one that you would work with. I just saw the color on this, and I'm addicted to color, and I was like, I have to have it. So dioptase. This also contains the green ray. So if you want to connect with Archangel Raphael, highly recommend this or emerald. Okay. Forgiveness, compassion, spiritual growth. It helps us resolve feelings of scarcity to manifest abundance. So, especially if you're familiar with tarot, if you remember the Five of Pentacles, that card of the fear of scarcity or being abandoned, that's exactly the energies that this crystal would help you with. So if you find yourself in that energy, dioptase is the way to go. All right. It It also heals the inner child wounds that make us fearful of expressing our creativity. Okay. And that's why for me, it was important for Taurus season. So again, if we're holding ourselves back out of fear and lack of self esteem, beautiful. And if that especially developed as an inner child wound, beautiful crystal to work with for healing that. Okay. I grabbed two different crystals for the throat chakra. So the first one I have is blue lace agate. This one looks a little different than you will find them in the stores because this one is all that kind of. Here, let me move this over again. See if you can see. It has drusied quartz on it, so it's a little sparkly. Usually you'll see it with white striations and it will be smoother. So if you can see a little bit in here, it's very light colored, so it's kind of hard to see the detail. Might look more like that. This has that crystallized druzy on it, and I do like working with druzy crystals just because that quartz energy can help it become a little bit more amplified. All right. So, throat chakra, creativity, self expression, spiritual growth. Cleanses the aura and chakras to strengthen. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong one. I'm like, that's appetite. What am I saying? Scratch that. Calms the mind so we can appreciate the beauty around us, especially during Taurus season. If we want to go outside and enjoy nature, but our brain is spinning in, like we had that seven of swords and eight of swords energy, this will help calm your mind so you can actually start taking in the beauty around you and not be so much up in your head. Okay. This with a nice grounding stone. You had chiasolate with you. Go walk with these and clear your mind. And this will help ground you and this will help your thoughts kind of mellow out a little bit so you can really like take in the beauty around you. It releases anger, jealousy, fear, and helps us feel confident, especially with speaking in public. Okay, so again, you were in some type of creative process and you needed to get the courage to or approach someone with your work, your creative project. This would help you kind of find the confidence to have that conversation. Okay. And here we have blue apatite. You can use this on your third eye chakra as well. I prefer it on the throat, but again, everybody works with crystals differently. My energy is mine and yours is yours. If you like this on your third eye, absolutely use it. So, creativity, self expression, spiritual growth. Cleanses the aura and chakras to strengthen spiritual gifts. Okay. And especially when we're at the throat chakra, that's our clairaudience. Okay. It can help with the other clairs, but clairaudience mostly develops at our throat chakra. And then it helps to balance the metabolism and our relationship with food. And again, I said earlier that my sixth house is ruled by Taurus. So definitely guilty as charged. I have used food to soothe myself. So it tends to be something that is associated with Taurus because when Taurus is stressed out, they may want to kind of quell that with pleasure, something pleasurable like food. Okay. So absolutely helps us if we're in that state. And of course, no judgment when I say it. If we're in that state of trying to make ourselves feel better by eating, and that's a habit that we have, and you're trying to work on that, blue appetite helps. Okay. You do have to, of course, with your crystals, if you want them to do something for you, you want to sit with them and ask them to work with you specifically on what you would like to work on. As I've said in the past with crystals, the first thing they're going to do is want to heal what needs to be healed so they can focus on the goal. Okay. Our next crystal here is one of my all time favorites, azurite. Okay, third eye or crown chakra. I tend to use it a lot at the third eye. I like it there, but it works in both. My animals are both behind me and they're so distracting right now. So if I sound distracted, it's my dog and my cat. One is like walking around knocking things over and meowing, and the dog is low key like trying to growl under his breath. Anyway, so this connects us to our ancient feminine wisdom and knowledge, as well as the spirit realm and our higher self. All right. It enhances psychic abilities, intuition, and creativity. It helps us minimize negative self talk and low self esteem to have a more positive vibration and to be compassionate towards ourselves and others. Okay. This is also accurate. Again, this one is a little, it's drusied. You can see it's a little sparkly there, I hope. Here, let me move the light over just if that helps. Okay. And this one is what's considered a nodule. These are said to be a little more powerful in their energy. And I should have done this earlier, but we'll do it now. Let's see what the pendulum, if there's a difference. I always use this one since I purchased it. I had purchased this one first many, many, many years ago. And then I found this one at a crystal shop, and I've been using this one since. So I don't really know the difference. Okay. If you haven't seen me use the pendulum before, I use the pendulum to read the energy of the crystals, especially if I'm doing chakra healing work on clients. I want to make sure I read the energy of their chakra and that I'm reading the energy of the crystals to make sure I'm balancing that chakra with the right energy. Okay. So, spirit, what is the energy of this azurite crystal? Okay. It's slowly getting wider here. Thank you, spirit. What is the energy of this azurite crystal? Okay, yeah, so it's definitely picking up a little bit of a higher vibration. So if you can find this type of nodule, I would definitely recommend it. If you're new to working with crystals, I would start here. And if you like the energy and you feel like you're getting a good result from this type of azurite, then when you want to keep working with it and start raising your vibration in your third eye, then you can go to this nodule type. Okay. I wouldn't start with this. I would probably start with this. Okay. And then we have astrophyllite, one of my all-time favorite crystals to work with. And this is the one that I said works very well with this chiastolite energy. Okay. This works at the crown chakra and the soul star chakra. The soul star chakra is the crystal, the chakra that is 6 inches above the head. Okay. You can see how it has that shiny gold metallic look to it. Okay. And these you can find in palm stones, um, pretty affordable. Okay. I don't think they're too expensive. Some of these pieces like this might be more than you want to spend. It wasn't like astronomically expensive, but if you're just kind of want to get used to the energy and try the energy, I would just get like a regular palm stone if you can. Okay. Astrophyllite, Astrophyllite. All right. Connects us to the wisdom of other realms, ascended masters, and archangels while keeping us grounded. Okay. Excellent for astral travel because it keeps you connected to your physical body. All right. And then it brings you signs and synchronicities from spirit on earth. So it allows you to connect with spirit in your earthly everyday life. Um, but it's like merging the spirit world here on earth. It will allow you to connect to that energy so that you can see in like let's just say for instance you're driving home from work and cardinals are important to you or butterflies. It'll allow you to see the synchronicities in your daily life so you are reminded that spirit's with you. Okay, so you'll see more signs and synchronicities on a regular basis working with this, and that's spirit speaking to you on earth. All right. Perfect. All right. I hope that was helpful. I know this was a very long reading, but I do like to do crystals with certain readings. And, I've been doing it mostly for the monthly astrological readings. So, anyway, I hope this was helpful. I thank you so much for being here. Um, this is the end of my 4th week on YouTube, and I'm just very grateful for anybody that's watching and supporting me. I will get more fluid and comfortable with the process, slowly but surely. But thank you. And again, if you'd like to leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, or have a personal reading, that is in the description. I would be grateful for any of those things. Have a beautiful day. And if you're celebrating Easter tomorrow, have a beautiful Easter. Bye bye.